Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks bringing you the daily Apple report for Thursday, October 26, 2023. But before I walk you through the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. Share the content, if you would, with friends and colleagues, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like this one. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, that is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, the Long Bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube. That is 8 a month that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor. We're always looking for at least 20% moves on those stock picks, and you can check out all of this for no cost for 5 days. We offer a 5-day free trial up front with a wickedstocks.com subscription. So sign up for wickedstocks.com, check it all out. If you don't like what you see within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever. On with the charts. Let's take a look at the big picture as usual. We will work our way into the day itself. Anyway, 165.74 to 167.15. Weekly chart. Long-term support that we settled above in May set off a long-term buy signal that I still think will ultimately yield at 229.64 long-term channel top. I'd say between now and this point next year or sooner. Holding above the 167.15 level, we do expect the upper 180s over the next month or two. I thought that was going to be more like 2 to 3 weeks a few weeks ago, but it hasn't occurred, of course. Just know that holding above 167.15 will keep 188.10 in reach by the end of December or sooner. We do have some sooner guidelines. First and foremost is above 171.75. This is the day now, daily chart. 171.75 able to contain session strength, and as you can see, this former channel top at 169.50, 169.43 able to contain session weakness. I don't know what side of the market, which side of these line studies the market will settle today, but if we do close above 171.75, I see that as a good low through next week. 177.60 then expected within 3 to 5 days. Now I've changed things up just a little bit here. I see 177.60 still valid 5/8 upside Fibonacci over the last few weeks as our next quick target above 171.75. I've reduced 179.57, this clear trend line that held actually a couple of weeks ago, to just an intraday resistance level. In other words, we can push through 177.60 on an intraday basis, not today, but say some point next week, test 179.57, and if we break back and close below 177.60, we can fall away. But I do think that closing above 177.60 is your green light for bullish continuation, and under that scenario, I would expect, and there's all kinds of stuff going on in this chart, and I don't even show 177.60, which is right about here, but I will say that if we close above 177.60, I would expect within a full week of activity, this 183.70 to 184.25 area. So, there is a chance that if we close today merely above 171.75, that is the beginning of a rally over the next few weeks into the low to mid 180s. This band of resistance dropping. This is that 1 to 2 month target I talked about a moment ago at the beginning, above 167.15, anticipating 188.10. There's just a lot of little levels inside of all that, well suited for day traders and 3 to 5 day swing traders. So if we close today above 171.75, 3 to 5 day swing traders should go and stay long to 177.60, where profits can be taken, and maybe even a short position set as we could fall away. If we close above 177.60, then I would expect 3 to 5 more days bullish continuation up into the 183.70 to 184.25 region, where profits can be taken and a short can be set, not only on a weekly basis, 3 to 5 days, but even as it pertains to a range up to 187.38 through all of November. So that is really the big picture. And yes, if we were to close above 187.38, and that is 188.10 on the weekly chart, if we were to close any week above this formation, I see this market continuing in a protracted fashion to the upside into that upper 220s and climbing within 3 to 5 months is possible. It could take longer than that, but that is really the idea. Let's talk downside now today. I've covered the upside pretty well. By the way, day traders can sell 170, 175 and buy back at 169.43, or buy 169.43 and sell back at 170, 175. But I just mentioned a moment ago, especially with regard to this chart, how closing above 171.75 is our indication for bullish continuation well into next week. 177.60 expected within 3 to 5 days of closing above 171.75. Now, for the downside, closing below 169, you could actually say breaking today, intraday, below 169.43 allows 167.15 on an intraday basis. You can see they're really quite close. But I'll just simplify it and say that if we close today below 169.43, you should expect a test tomorrow, Friday, of this 165.74 to 167.15 area, which is, once again, able to contain selling through the rest of the year, quite possibly through all of next year, and above which, or once tested, 188.10 in reach within a month or two, 229.64 by this point next year. I will, emphasize that if we do over the next few days test that 167.15 area, and if you're short the market, I don't care what time frame you're talking about, whether it's for the day, 3 to 5 days, or 3 to 5 months, you want to cover that short position in the 165.74 to 167.15 area. And if you happen to go long here, then you're holding out perhaps for 188.10. And it's about as simple as that. I will also say that if we settle the week tomorrow below 165.74, and that needs to be by a full 1% margin of 164.08 or lower on Friday, then I'm expecting just the opposite. 3 to 5 months bearish continuation into the low 130s, where we find a respectable channel bottom well suited to contain selling into later 24, but not unless we close below 165.74. I don't know what else there may be to say. I am going to leave you with this chart. This is the most appropriate one for the day. You see our pivot points through the rest of the week. And if we can close today above 170, 175, I see meaningful gains as we continue into next week up to 177.60 before we can grow overbought through the balance of next week, perhaps. I'm going to leave it at that for Thursday's Apple Report. Please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com. You have a great day.